2, Tuesday, a busy but balanced day. The sunlight peeked through the curtains as Emma's alarm clock buzzed at 7 a.m. again. She rolled over and turned it off, feeling a bit more rested than the day before. Tuesdays were a bit different, busy but more predictable. Emma's morning routine was the same. She brushed her teeth, fixed her hair into a neat ponytail, and chose a comfortable sweater and jeans for the day. For breakfast, she made oatmeal topped with fresh berries and honey. A simple and healthy start, she thought. By 8:30 a.m., Emma was on her usual route to work. Today, she noticed the trees along the street beginning to change color. Fall is coming, she smiled, thinking of warm scarves and pumpkin-scented candles. At the office, the atmosphere was lively. Tuesday mornings meant the weekly team meeting. Emma and her coworkers gathered around the large conference table with their notebooks and laptops. Her boss, Mr. Carter, started the meeting by sharing updates and asking each person to report their progress. When it was Emma's turn, she presented her almost finished food festival poster. "Great work, Emma," Mr. Carter said. "Just a few final touches, and it'll be ready for printing." The positive feedback gave Emma a boost of energy to get through the day. After the meeting, she returned to her desk, plugged in her headphones, and began tweaking the design. She also started brainstorming ideas for her next project, a series of banners for a children's book fair. At 12:15 p.m., Emma took a short break. She walked outside to grab some fresh air and stretch her legs. The streets were buzzing with people on their lunch breaks. She grabbed a coffee from a small cafe nearby and took a moment to enjoy the warm cup in her hands. Back at her desk, she spent the afternoon finalizing her poster. By 3 p.m., it was ready. She sent it to the print shop and moved on to sketching concepts for the book fair banners. When the workday ended, Emma packed her things and felt a mix of accomplishment and relief. Time to relax, she thought, as she walked to her favorite yoga studio. Every Tuesday evening, she attended a gentle yoga class that helped her unwind after the day. The class started at 6 p.m. Soft music played as the instructor guided the group through stretches and calming poses. Emma focused on her breathing and felt her stress melt away. After the final relaxation pose, she thanked the instructor and headed home with a refreshed mind. Dinner was simple: a tuna sandwich with a side of carrot sticks and an apple for dessert. As Emma ate, she checked her calendar for the next day's tasks and made a quick to-do list. Before bed, Emma watched a short English sitcom on her laptop. "It's good practice," she reminded herself, repeating a few lines aloud to improve her pronunciation. At 10 p.m., Emma dimmed the lights, read a chapter from her current book, and tucked herself into bed. "One step at a time," she whispered to herself, already thinking about Wednesday's adventures. Chapter 3, Wednesday, Mid-Week. Energy. Emma's alarm went off at 6:30 a.m. this time. She decided to wake up a little earlier for a morning run. Stretching in her living room, She tied her running shoes and stepped outside into the cool morning air. The neighborhood was peaceful. The sun was rising, painting the sky with shades of pink and orange. Emma jogged slowly down the path by the river. She noticed ducks swimming in the calm water and greeted a few early risers walking their dogs. After 20 minutes, Emma felt her heartbeat quicken and her muscles warm up. She took deep breaths, enjoying the sense of accomplishment that came with finishing her run. At home, she made a quick smoothie with bananas, spinach, and yogurt for breakfast. Healthy habits, she smiled. After her shower, Emma picked a bright green sweater for the day. Wednesdays need a little extra energy, she thought, looking at herself in the mirror. By 8:45 a.m., she was on her way to the office again. The streets were more crowded than usual, and she took a different route to avoid traffic. At the office, Emma dove straight into her work. Her first task was to review feedback from the client about her food festival poster. The client loved it and suggested only small edits. Great, Emma thought. She quickly made the changes and sent the final version for printing. Then she returned to her next project, the children's book Fair Banners. She sketched colorful designs featuring smiling animals reading books. At noon, Emma and her colleague Mia decided to have lunch together. They walked to a nearby salad bar, chatting about their weekend plans. Mia wanted to visit her parents in the countryside, while Emma mentioned she might go to the park to read or sketch. After lunch, Emma felt motivated to finish her tasks. The book fair designs were coming along nicely, but she wanted to add more details. Around 3 p.m., she stood up to stretch and refill her water bottle. A short chat with Mia about her new puppy lifted her mood. Emma's workday ended at 5 p.m., and she decided to treat herself to some shopping. She visited a small bookstore where she found a novel that caught her eye. The cover featured a beautiful mountain landscape, and the story was about a young woman hiking through Europe. This looks inspiring, Emma thought as she bought it. On her way home, Emma stopped by the grocery store to buy some vegetables and pasta for dinner. Cooking was one of her favorite ways to relax. In her small kitchen, she prepared spaghetti with fresh tomato sauce and basil. The smell filled the apartment, making her smile. After dinner, Emma made herself a cup of tea and opened the new book she had just purchased. The first